Boys, I know you guys see the wins on the screen. Let's get it. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. Hope you watching this are having a wonderful Sunday. Hope your NFL team copped a W. Hope you won some underdog fantasy picks. As you can see on the screen, we have $600 in wins today. Hey, that's not bad. If you copied my picks, enjoy the cash. Now in this video, like you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about how you can get 2 levels basically instantly in the season pass and what you guys got to do right now to get them in about 10 minutes. Now what we're going to be doing is focusing on some missions that I used to kind of just suggest you let happen naturally, but we're going to change that. We're going to take action. We're going to do these because there's a couple steps you got to follow and they're super simple to do. Now as you guys can see right here, when we go on over to the objectives tab in season number 3 and we scroll on down to week number 1, there are 2 missions in here that I think a lot of people probably won't complete very quickly naturally and will require a little bit of work to do. Let me talk about them. Now, those 2 missions are going to be kicking 20 field goals as well as returning punts and kickoffs for 300 yards. Don't worry, boys. I have a tactic that's going to get these done in literally a matter of minutes. And every single time you do one of these missions, you get 12,000 season XP. That's a nice number, to be honest with you. And yeah, 12,000 season XP is going to correlate to about 2 full levels for free. It's very simple. Let's start it off by showcasing how we can do the field goal one, and then we'll talk about the AKA one, because there is kind of like a strategy and a tactic you're going to want to follow to do these quickly. If you just go through and play like solo battles and try and do this, it's going to take you a while. Let me showcase how we can do each of these in like 5 minutes. Okay, now what we're doing for our field goals is we're going on over to the solo challenges. We're going to scroll on down to the team of the week preseason. It should be all the way down at the bottom for you, and I want you to find this Daniel Carlson solo right here. Now, as you can see, for me personally, I still had to kick 2 more field goals. Let's talk about how we can do this very, very quickly. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go on over to a play like 4 verticals. I'm going to call this because we're starting at the 25-yard line. Then I'm going to get down to about my opponent's 25, kick a field goal, replay the solo. You basically would do this over and over 20 times. And I know that definitely can sound like a lot of work, right? Like playing the same solo 20 times, that kind of feels like a little bit of a mission right here. But I'm telling you, it's not that difficult. We throw that streak route right there to DeMar Chase. Now all I got to do is send out the field goal unit, kick this field goal, and replay this. You would basically have to do this 20 times, and that's not going to take you that long. What I'm going to do is actually time this out because I'm kind of curious how long this will take you. Okay, so we will start the stopwatch right now. Let's see how long this is going to take. I don't think it's going to be more than like 30 seconds each time you do this. We're going to call our play. It again is going to be 4 verticals. That's really the play you want to call. We're throwing this over to Randy Moss. We're going to get out of bounds or go down. It doesn't really matter which one you do. I will say, quick tip, if you want to avoid the celebration, going out of bounds is actually going to do that. See how we had to wait a second to see him celebrate? If you want to avoid that time, go out of bounds. I believe that's going to skip the celebration animation. We're going to kick the field goal right here. It's going to go through, and this is going to take us about 30 seconds. As you can see, we just stopped the clock at 32.56. So realistically, it's going to take you 10 minutes to get 1 full level. I think that's very, very worth it. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. And now when we back out, since I have already done a little bit of the grinding off camera, I did do the 18 field goals off camera before this in about like 8 or 9 minutes, pretty quick. Now that we back out right here, we are going to get ourselves a full level in this game very simply. We level up to level 15. That's going to give me a Barry Sanders player. Okay, next up, let's talk about these punt return and kick return yards with the AKA player in the lineup. Again, we got another method for you guys. We got another tactic for you. Before we talk about that though, on the screen right here are some of my underdog fantasy picks from today. We had a $300 win on the first couple of games, and at the time I'm recording this video, if Baker Mayfield doesn't have a great game, we're gonna have another $300 win, which you guys will see on the screen. So far it has been an absolutely massive day of picks. If you guys copied my picks, we are definitely profiting quite a bit today. And if you don't want to miss out on my picks for Sunday Night Football, Underdog Fantasy is basically a place where you make higher or lower player picks on different stats that players are going to get. And if you want to make some picks for yourself, like I said, it is a link down below in the description. You can click that link to download the app. It should take you to the App Store. And then once you download the app, or once you're creating your account, there's going to be a place where it asks you how you heard about this. Put in the promo code, which is code SWIFT. That will support my channel, and it will give you a Russell Wilson 0.5 yards line for tonight. So if you don't want to miss out on my picks, I will be tweeting them all out over on Twitter. Let's see if we can get some more W's. So far, it's been a pretty solid day day of football, I'm not gonna lie. There have been some pretty good games. There have been some pretty good endings, I feel like. Okay, now next up, like I said, let's get another level in this game. And to do that, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get 300 yards of kick return or punt return yardage with 3 AKA cards in our lineup. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I went to do this and I feel like there is a little bit of a glitch because what I did is I put my AKA players as backups on my lineup and that didn't do anything for me. So what I actually had to do to get this to trigger and get those first like 220 yards I think I had is I created a new lineup right here. I would recommend you guys do that. And then I just generated best lineup and then put in some AKAs as starters. So I went to the auction block, bought this Jameis Winston for like 3,000 coins, bought this Creed Humphrey for like 3,000 coins, and bought this Jerry Rice for like 3,000 coins. And then put these players in as starters, boys. That is critical. If you put them in as backups, I don't think this is going to track. It didn't track for me when these cards were backups. So you got to go through and put these cards as starters. Again, a starting quarterback, center, and wide receiver. It doesn't really matter, right? Because we're going to be going through and we're going to be getting punt return yards. We don't need good players on offense, but we do need the cards to be starters for the mission to track. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to go to our solo challenges. We're going to scroll on down to the legend solo challenges and we're going to go on over to week number 13. And you're going to play this first Mark Clayton solo. As you can see, this one starts off with a punt return, and that is critical because a lot of the time, if you're grinding for punt return yards, sometimes you would think, oh, I got to play a solo battle, I got to play defense, or oh, I got to go into a solo, get a stop, and then get this punt back. Well, this solo actually starts it off with a punt return. What you're going to look to do is you're going to look to take this one to the house. Now, here are 2 things you need to know. Number 1, if you don't take this punt for a touchdown and you go to click replay solo, it's not going to track the yards. It's only going to track the yards when you beat the challenge. So if you get tackled right here, which might happen to us, I hope it doesn't, but it might happen to us. If we get tackled, we actually have to go through and score a passing touchdown to get that punt return yardage that we just got to accumulate. So ideally, you're going through and just scoring a touchdown right away off rip. It's not going to be too difficult to do that. But if you don't end up doing that, again, you still got to score your touchdown to get the punt return yards to track. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to throw this one over to DK Metcalf. We're going to score this touchdown. Now I'm going to replay the challenge. And again, all you got to do is get up to 300 punt return yards. This is much quicker than the field goals one. Realistically, you could do this in like 5 to 6 challenges. If you end up scoring a touchdown on the punt return, you get like 70 yards, I believe. So yeah, this one can be done rather quickly. All I'm going to do is get some more yardage right here with Mark Clayton. Hopefully we take this one back for a touchdown, and it's looking like we're going to hit the juke move against an arcade mode player. Yeah, I like my chances of that one. We'll dance on into the end zone and get another full level for free. Okay, so again, now all we got to do is we got to back out of this solo challenge and claim that XP for free. It is that simple, boys. Doing those 2 things is going to get you 2 full season levels, and I would strongly recommend you do it. Like, there's really no reason to not go through and do this. As you can see, we got up to level number 16, started this at level 14 up to level 16. That is 2 full levels in this video. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to stay in the loop with more Madden 24 tips and tricks just like this, I post these every single day on my YouTube channel. So if you like this and you don't want to miss out on future content, hit that sub button down below. It's free. You can unsub at any time. All it's going to do is get you up to date with all my videos. And yeah, hopefully you guys are able to churn out this XP for free. It's pretty simple to do so. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to check out Underdog Fantasy before Sunday Night Football, it will be linked down below in the description, boys. Use my promo code, which is code SWIFT. And until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. Peace.